Hello everyone, it's Butterfly, and welcome to day 21 of Heather Carter's 31 Days of Witchcraft Challenge. And today's question is, what does the term sacrifice mean within your personal practice? This is a funny question for me right now because I just watched both the Sinister movies. And I don't know if you've seen them or not, but the monster that is in those movies is said to be the brother of Moloch. And Moloch was an actual Canaanite deity that is mentioned in the Bible, that he liked a certain kind of sacrifice. So it's just funny that this question pops up just after I've seen those. So when I think of the word sacrifice, I think of those kinds of sacrifices. I remember the Bible story that I heard way back when I was a kid about how Abraham was asked by God to sacrifice his son, and he was going to do it. And then at the last moment, the Christian God sent an angel to tell him to stop. And yes, it was a test and he had him stop, but I always thought that was a jerk thing to do. So those are the kinds of things that are conjured up in my mind when I think of the word sacrifice. I think of unkind deities asking for things like that. But thinking deeper on it, I don't have a problem with the word offering. I have made food offerings before, and what if a person is not vegetarian and they were going to offer an animal to a deity who could feed from the essence of that food, of that animal, when they sacrificed it? And what if they did that in a way that is as painless as possible for the animal? Would I still be like, ooh, sacrifice? I don't think so. I think I wouldn't judge that. I wouldn't think that that is bad. But for me, there are a lot of negative associations because historically, a lot of negative things have happened in the form of sacrifice that probably are still going on in dark hidden places today. So that's why I really don't use sacrifice in my personal practice. If people can find a way to do that is positive and works for them and is not like the kind of icky things that I am talking about, then, I'm not judging them and I am in full support of that. But but I am not friends with that word. For me, like I said, I'm more an offerings kind of person, and I may offer things like I've offered a certain dessert item to a deity that I know likes that on his special day, and I'll let it sit there in front of an image of him so that I feel like he's getting the essence of that thing. And then with food items, I'm the type who doesn't waste it. Like, I feel like spirits and deities can get the essence, like they can appreciate the thought that we're sending love and honor to them by giving them a gift. And I think, who doesn't need some love, right? And also there's like energy within the food that can go to them, that they can sort of ingest and enjoy, but then the physical food is still good for us. And so once I feel like they have had it, then we can finish it off. That's just what I like to do. And there's probably times in spell work or in magic where maybe in order to show the strength of your intention and how serious you are to some entity that you want to help you, maybe you'll give something that has meaning for you, that you will like let it go. That's kind of my definition of sacrifice, is to give something permanently that is of value. And then maybe, depending on the entity, they might appreciate that and help you more. But that's just me thinking. That's not something that I've actually done. And coming from a background where I believed at one time in a God that was not very nice, but he demanded that you say he is. And he was kind of a double talking God. I don't work personally with any deities that would demand that I give up anything of value to me and somehow possibly harm myself or harm some other living thing to satisfy them. And I'm not trying to like judge people who do some form of sacrifice, as long as you're not doing anything crazy and causing harm. But that's just not my thing. So I think I'll leave that there and hope to see you in the next one.